What's up, guys? It's Andy, and today, let me first apologize. I cannot believe it has been almost 2 months since I posted. I just got so caught up at work. We had our head lead tech in the compounding lab quit without notice. So I gained that workload and everything's going fine, but it just kind of took all of my energy. And then going from working 3 days a week to 5 days a week, and even this last week, 6 days a week, it was just a lot. And between that and Paul basically being gone every weekend, I've had no one to film me riding. I haven't been riding Gideon because of the vet's orders. Now it has been longer than a month, but we've been having trouble coordinating a ride with my trainer. Yes, technically I could just get on him and go myself, but for safety reasons and because I'm just a hesitant type person, I really wanted one of the trainers to ride him first, see how he goes, and then for my first ride to be in a lesson, just so that everyone's supervised, we see how he goes with other horses and all that sort of stuff. So today is my first ride, and I made sure I have Paul here to film it for you guys and for myself, because I really would love to do like comparing 6 months or 12 months from now to what he looks like right now. And you know, I've been lunging him and hand walking and working on ground manners and those types of things, and he's had some behavioral issues pop up, and we're not quite sure if it's due to him being uncomfortable still. He's had 1 chiropractic adjustment and 1 session of MagnaWave. He was supposed to have a second of both, but that's kind of a barn drama story that I probably can't put on here without getting in trouble. So maybe for another time if I ever leave. And that also is another story, whether or not I'm going to stay where I am right now. But for Gideon's sake, he's only been here for almost 2 months now, and I don't want to change anything up on him. So if Hobson. Sorry, my rabbit is digging in his litter box. Anywho, you may have noticed this is not my usual filming spot. We are in our new house, so that also added to the chaos. We moved and we have been spending all of our time and money on this house, and it's just been kind of a money pit, but it's turning out really nice, and we'll have updated furnace and a roof and all that type of stuff. But it's put us in a tight financial bind, that is for sure. What was I even previously? I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh yeah, so he was supposed to have Chiro and MagnaWave again. I'm gonna retry to get that stuff scheduled, but now it's even harder because I work 5 days a week, so I don't have a single day where I could go out during the day to meet somebody. So it's really hard finding people that do that kind of work on the weekend, because everybody usually works 5 days a week, so everybody wants them on the weekends. So we'll just have to see. I'm really nervous. I'll insert clips here of Kelly, our assistant trainer, riding him on Tuesday. So her report was that he is a little bit of a green bean for a horse that had been jumping 2.6 to 3 foot, cross country, going to shows. He seems like he doesn't quite even have a trot to canter transition down. And he does know how to do poles, so I'm glad about that, because a lot of times we get horses in that can jump the moon but have no idea what to do with a trot pole, and I think that's a lack of fundamental training. So we'll just see what today brings. I don't think we're gonna jump, or we'll maybe do an X, I'm not sure. You'll also see he rides in these fugly fetlock boots until, you know, I'll put front boots on him eventually, which I'm sure my trainer will hate because she only likes polo wraps. But I need something with hard protection, because he will overreach, but he doesn't overreach and hit down by his hoof or where his shoe is. He actually overreaches and hits his fetlock, like really high up. It's very odd. And so he has had open wounds for the last month that I've been trying to get healed. I ordered these special padded, very open top fetlock boots that are helping them heal immensely. They look so much better, but they finally just completely scabbed over, and I don't want him clipping them and opening the scabs again. I've been putting silver honey on it, just trying to help keep it from getting infected, keeping it covered and moist so that it doesn't dry up too much and keeps the flies away. And then I put these boots over it so that it can heal. So you'll see his ugly fetlock boots, or the fugly fetlock boots as I like to call them. And yeah, I don't know what else to catch you guys up on. So much has been happening in the last 2 months, and I'm really sad that I didn't get to share it. I have been making some content over on TikTok. My username is linked down below here, and if you want to go check me out there, I have a lot more followers on TikTok than I do on YouTube. And also welcome if you've come from YouTube. I know I did promise a gaming series. I'm working on it. I am having such a hard time getting these old games to work on my new gaming computer. And so some of them will work on my older computer, but I can't video record on that, even though I still have Wondershare for film editing on that computer. I literally played a game for an hour and a half for content, and it didn't record a single moment of video. All I have is audio and then video of my mouse clicks. So extremely disappointing. I'm really trying to work out I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but I really do want to. I really love playing these games. So maybe it's just gonna be poor quality recorded on my phone, recording my computer screen. I don't know, but I would really like it to look like a nice gaming video. Anyways, if you came here for that, sorry, you're just gonna get my normal equestrian content. And welcome. I think we have 72 subscribers now, so that's impressive. On TikTok, we're up to 721 followers, so that's pretty exciting. And I've got 2 videos up that are over 20,000 views, so that's exciting as well. I would love to see that kind of community on my YouTube here. I really have enjoyed the positive feedback and comments, and everybody's just really nice over there. I haven't hit rude equestrian TikTok yet, so I'm hoping to stay off of that. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all I can get you caught up on without me rambling for 10 more minutes. So I am clearly not in riding clothes. I've got my scrunchie that I got for free. We're bringing the 80s back, guys. And I'm definitely in my pajamas. So I'm gonna go get changed and try to eat some breakfast. I'm so nervous. I don't know if I can keep anything down. But I'm gonna go get ready, and then we're gonna head out to the barn.
Okay, so I thought I would do a little bit of a voice over here. So every once in a while, especially in the video with Kelly, you'll see him go behind the vertical to avoid contact with the bit. Um, like the caption stated, it looks like he may have been tied down before to hold a frame. And so a lot of today, you'll see I have really droopy reins. My hands are kind of high and wide. I just wanted him to know that he could freely move forward and did not need to worry about me pulling on his face. As long as he moved forward, I would not pull on his face. And it worked really, really well for like the first half of our lesson. Um, he did the head bobbing and the avoiding of contact way less, even in just this second ride, um, versus how he was for Kelly. Now, the difference is Kelly rode him in spurs. She forgot she had them on. And later on, when we get kind of to our problems, I think that's probably how he didn't do that for her. So, as you can see here, I'm so weak. I just cannot hold him in the canter because he requires so much work to hold him together because he's just kind of like a loose noodle. So we did eventually get one full round of canter to the right, and it was exhausting, and my form looks terrible, and I just felt like I was flopping around, and I just didn't know like what to do with him. So here's where he started having issues. He was swishing his tail, and I'm asking him just to move forward in a straight line. And he starts kind of weaving a little bit with his body, getting overexcited, not really listening to what I'm asking. Eventually, he settles in. And again, I'm trying not to touch his face. My hands are up and wide, and I'm just trying to get him to move forward. It feels really fast. He has quite the large stride for a 15-1 horse. So I think he'll be getting the horse strides and the jump lines very easily as soon as we get around to that. It's going to be a lot of trot and a lot of pole work for this guy. I have a feeling for the next month. I don't think we'll be jumping anything, unfortunately. So here's where we started having the issues for real, where he would just like refuse to move, like he was just done. He does have a problem with the in gate. Whenever I free lunge him, he just paces back and forth there, like he knows that's the way out. So I think that's just behavioral. I don't think he's in pain. He's been adjusted and whatnot. So we're trying to turn him, and he does that. And Kelly's like, don't kick him, don't grind on him, which was very hard to do. I'm like, here I'm just squeezing, pure squeezing, and nothing is happening. I'm not touching his face either. You can see the reins are loose. Um, and here Kelly had to step in eventually. I cut out a lot of footage. Yeah, he tried to kick her. It was fun. I cut out a lot of footage because he was just having tantrums, and she tried to lead us, but he was just avoiding moving forward without her leading him. So eventually she got a dressage whip and tried to help us, got us going, and we had a little bit of left lead canter there, as you can see, and then he stopped. It did not help that Jane was at the end of the arena that we were struggling with, talking to someone because he just wanted to hang out down there. Um, and he did continue to move forward until we get to this very like last pole area, and then he was like, "Nope." And I just like so many times threw down my reins. I'm like, I just give up. And then here he broke, and I just asked for a break. I'm like, I am tired. I need a break. My back is killing me. Um, and then he started having tantrums again, and here comes Kelly to the rescue with her little whip. Um, and we decided that we were not going to allow him to stop anymore. So Kelly stayed with us, and we walked. I cut out a lot of footage because who wants to watch someone walk around? And then Kelly didn't know she signed up for a gym class today. She had to trot around the arena with us, chasing him, not waving the whip at him or anything, just if he even had any moment of hesitation, she was right there to kind of move him forward. And here we just wanted forward, so I'm like trying to keep up posting with his speed. He has a very long stride. It's kind of hard. And bless Kelly, look at her go. What a track star. So I was very grateful that she was able to help us get all the way around the arena, and we really wanted to end it on a good note. So we come up here, and we didn't want him to stop on the rail, so I turned him into the center, kind of a half circle, before I asked him to go ahead and walk. So yeah.
So I haven't looked at the video. I don't know how much Paul filmed, but I want to do my reflection, my 2021 glass half full, before we get into it. It could have been worse, right? He's 6, he has a baby brain, could have been worse. And that's how I'm gonna look at it. When I first got on, he was good. He stood at the mounting block like a champ, walked around like a champ, very good. Lesson started, we were trotting, doing some larger circles. He did good. We took lots of walk breaks because he's out of shape, I'm out of shape, both of us. We go to canter to the right. I have kind of a hard time. I don't really know what he's doing with his feet. It feels kind of weird underneath me. I'll have to watch the video. And I feel like I'm flopping around on him, which I don't want to do because of his back. So I'm like, I'm not really sure what to focus on. So he breaks into trot. So we cantered him a couple times to the right just to try to get him to go. And then we come to the center and stand and wait while Jane canters Mia around because we wanted to do one at a time. And then it's my turn to go out and go to the left. And he's decided, we're done. Put his foot down, literally refused to move. And Kelly, bless her heart, is telling me, turn him till he moves. Squeeze him as hard as you can. I am squeezing. I literally got a calf cramp in both of my legs simultaneously. That's how hard I was squeezing. Tried turning him. We forget that this horse is like a foal. He can touch his ass with his nose without moving a leg. He is extremely hyper flexible. Okay. So turning wasn't an option. I know that's how, if a horse won't move forward, move him to the side. Okay. That wasn't an option. So she had to get a dressage whip and chase us to keep us moving, and it didn't help. Then he got distracted because people came into the arena without announcing themselves. Someone came in through the side door, which you are absolutely not supposed to do. So that distracted him, and then the next lesson group came up, so they were all hovered by the gate. So he literally refused to move. So I got him to walk a whole lap, and then we trotted a whole lap, and then, I told Kelly, I was like, I want to end at least where we started, and we started with a great trot. So we ended with a great trot. I don't know. I don't know what to do with him. I'm going to have the chiropractor come back out. I'm probably going to try and find a saddle fitter, and yeah. I'm kind of like numb. I just don't know what to think. Like, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. It is our first ride. I'm trying not to be too harsh. And then, poor guy. I have him cross-tied with his back to me at the door where the hose is. And I bring the hose up because he hates the bugs. He's actually not, I don't want to say he's not getting turnout right now. He gets turnout, and they let him decide within an hour or two whether he wants to stay out or come in. And he lets them know that by screaming, running, and trying to knock down the gate. The mosquitoes here in Wisconsin are horrible. They are out 24/7, and he would literally run to his stall by himself if you just opened the gate and let him go. Anyways, so I was going to rinse him off close near the barn outside, bring him back in, was going to give him a chance to go and turn out, which I did. He lasted about 3 minutes before he freaked out and wanted to come in, so I brought him in. But I go to turn on the hose, and it's extended from a spout. One of the stall girls unhooked the hose extension, so it was literally just this little hose hooked up to the spout. And so I turned it on full blast, and it went, and of course his butt is facing us, right? He freaks the fuck out. Oh my God. He breaks one of the cross ties, which I have a safety release cross tie, and then it's hooked up to baling twine on the wall.
So the baling tine broke, which it's supposed to. Perfect. This is why I say do not ever hard tie your horses, because shit like this can happen. So that one released, and he turned around, and all he wanted to do was just watch. Like, he wasn't afraid. He was breathing hard. He was spooked for sure. But once he turned around and saw me, and he saw the flailing hose, and he saw me desperately trying to get it to turn off, he was fine. And I apologized. I walked up to him. I'm like, I'm so sorry. And he was fine. And we got some new twine hooked up, put him back in the cross ties. He was fine. So I'm hoping he doesn't have PTSD. And yeah, it's been an eventful day. I am covered in dirt and hair and bug bites, and I'm just disgusting. So I'm going to call it quits on this video. I'm going to shower, and then I'm just going to maybe take a nap because I need this day to restart. Okay? All right. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.